It's funny. So the streaming services that go live faster see our comments before the actual live, and then the ones that actually go live when it goes live see the part after it goes live. So it's
Hmm.
interesting. Anyway, away we go. We are live. Here we go. Playing us in.
Hit it.
Welcome to Earl and the Idiot, the show that gives you the answers you need to take your business to the next level. With Earl Flormata, one of Vancouver's most sought-after business and marketing consultants, author of Business Engine Optimization, consultant to over 60 successful businesses, an all-around evil marketing genius with a combined total of more than $70 million worth of sales to his credit. And some idiot. Okay, here we go.
Here we go
Here we go. Indeed.
with some idiot.
My
Fantastic.
favorite thing on Google Docs is when you try to go to the doc and you're not signed in and it gives you some anonymous and it gives you like an animal after your name. My
Oh
favorite
yeah,
is it just gave you today and it gave you anonymous llama. So
anonymous llama. Oh, that's got a good ring to it.
my favorite. My second one's like an anonymous aardvark. So like yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like a capybara or something. Just realized I don't think I have my right microphone on. Tell me if it sounds better when I do this. Is it sounding better now?
Yeah, actually that sounds a lot better.
There we go. Okay, good. Got this darn thing. I might as well use it.
Fancy, fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. You're using your microphone better now because you moved the position of it, right?
Yeah, someone once told me, I think it was my buddy Ken Okazaki. So he said like the microphone has to be for these kind of microphones, it has to be one shaka away from your mouth. And so if you position it about that arena away, that it gives the optimal sound. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, then one shaka away it is.
Well, your voice is so bassy now. It's like it's fuzzing out my headphones.
Oh, fair enough. So there you go. Deep, sultry sounds of my voice.
I need new headphones is the answer to that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hmm. How you doing, Earl?
I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm not wearing a digital hat like you, which is actually pretty cool. But no,
Yeah.
you position your head just right there, and we'll take the
Yeah.
screenshot right there, right there. So I'll take the screenshot. Stay there. One second. Go back. There we go. Bam! Digital screenshot. That's weird. You're wearing a digital hat. So yeah. No, I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I got lots of fun stuff going on. Hence the fun questions for this week.
Yeah.
So,
You've
oh,
been talking to lots of people about AI this week?
a lot of people talking to me about AI actually. So it's just weird how that happened. So anyway, yeah, a lot of talk about AI. The AI voices are getting better. So I talked to an AI over the phone today. And it's weird because what they did was they played call center noise in the background of the AI talking to you. So it sounded like someone was calling you from a call center. So I actually didn't know it was an AI for the first little bit. And then afterwards, if I took too long to answer, the AI voice would actually go, "Uh-huh, okay, tell me more."
Hmm.
And like in between stuff, I'm like, "Holy crap." And so, once I realized it was an AI, I'm like, "Oh my gosh," right? So it would score very high on that Turing test or whatever,
The
right?
Turing test.
So
Would it cop to being an AI? Would it admit it was an AI?
would it what, sorry?
If you'd said, "Hey, are you actually a robot?" Would it be like, "Oh yeah, I am a robot. Thanks
I
for
don't
asking."
know. I didn't ask it to identify itself. So next time I talk to it, I'll ask.
I really did not think we were going to get this to this point this quickly. It's really accelerating, isn't it?
Well, it's good at inbound calls. It's not so good at outbound calls. And the funny thing is, AI counts. And I asked the people who built it, and you can't use AI for outbound calling unless people opted in because AI counts as robocalls, which I thought was kind of hilarious. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't get much better than that. Robocall,
Just because
okay, yeah, there you go.
just because it's a really good robocall doesn't mean it's not a robocall.
Exactly. So still a robocall. So it doesn't you can't use it for cold calling, not yet.
Fair enough. So that's not one of the options that we're going to encounter today.
So not yet until they figure out a way to really truly honestly fool the Turing test, and then no one can tell the difference. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess at a certain point where it's like you wouldn't even know it was a an AI phone call, so you wouldn't even report it as being an AI phone call.
Right. Well, for the first little bit with the background call center noise, had no idea. No idea.
What tipped you off then?
Certain word usage. Because I've been using AI for so long, there's certain words that only AIs use that humans really don't use that often and in that order. And it's just there's just weird. It's like just AI, AI in ease, right? Like so it's like whenever something says a certain thing in a certain fashion, you're like, is that AI? Because it just sounds like AI at this point. So,
Okay,
it's just my innate ability to pattern recognize as a human, right? Like after long enough, you're like, hey, I've seen this before, right?
here's the question. How do you know that it wasn't a person reading an AI generated script?
Eventually the pauses started to get a little wonky, and after the pauses started to get a little weird, it felt like I was talking to an AI after that. So
Hmm.
once it falls behind and the latency catches up to it, and it just gets a little too laggy. Yeah, yeah, you can tell.
Maybe they have an option there where you're talking to a person and the person gets tired. Oh, this is going on too long. And you just throw a switch and then it switches over to AI halfway through the conversation.
Well, that would be hilarious because there's no law against that yet. Look, you just broke the internet.
There you go. That's five
Call them with
million
a
dollars.
person, flop the AI, have that person call another person, and do it again.
Yeah, just have the person tease up 15, 16 AI phone calls and then just checks back in on the first one.
Yeah,
And you can
that's
have
what.
the AI match the voice, so it'd be totally seamless.
Absolutely. Well, I
And
can't tell the difference between my AI voice and my real voice now, so it's just that's weird. So,
um, you'd be sitting there watching 15 monitors or whatever, and then if someone goes, "Hey, are you an AI?" You immediately jump in. Absolutely not, sir. Like, you know, you'd have a little automatic triggering mechanism if someone starts to ask if it's an AI, so you can hop on that phone call and mollify them.
and technically, when you answer as a human, you're not, right? So there you go. Since you're not lying.
Oh my God. I just realized what I'm going to do. Did you say your mom can't tell the difference between you and your AI voice anymore?
No, well, I can't. I'm pretty sure I could fool my mom.
Here, I just thought of a great prank. I'm going to go to dinner at my mom's place,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to have her phone ring and have an AI on there be like, Mom, that's not me. I'm your son. That man is an imposter. Don't let him
Like
in your house.
that's
I'm
hilarious. Hey, read this script with these pauses, and oh my gosh, that'd be so
exactly.
funny.
Oh my God. My my stepmom is partially deaf,
Okay.
and so she's learned to read lips. And she um, got a scam. She said it was a video. I don't know how it came in, if it was on Facebook or she somehow came across this video that was supposed to be Jimmy Patterson. For those of you who aren't living in the Vancouver area, that's our local rich guy, is Jimmy Patterson, famous wealthy person.
Hmm.
This video of Jimmy Patterson sitting at a desk, probably like this here with his top hat and his money, um,
As we
saying,
all do.
I've looked, what's that? As we all
As
do, yeah,
as we all do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's saying um, stuff like, I've lived a good life and I've got lots of money and oops,
You
and
want to
I got
share
lots of
some?
money. Yeah, exactly. I don't need, my family is all taken care of, and I just want to start giving away my money now, right? So it was Jimmy Patterson, sound, beingness,
Huh.
visuals, and everything like that. But because well, I mean, she clocked it as being a scam right away because she's not dumb. Um, but because she can read lips, she was looking and going, these lips don't match.
Yeah.
This is not what a person's lips look like when they're saying these things. And I suddenly was like, oh, is lip reading going to become, a special niche skill in the coming robot apocalypse where you can tell if someone's AI or not
There you
because you know how to
go.
read lips.
Look at their hands. I got 11 fingers. Nope, not human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be like remember that was that Clint Eastwood movie, The Wind Talkers, where they have the guys that speak the I forget what the native indigenous language that couldn't be broken as a code, so you have to have one on either end, and so they became these valuable people that were getting kind of rushed around. So maybe lip readers will become valuable AI spotters.
There you go. Spot the AI. What was it?
You
Somebody used AI once to make a Where's Waldo thing, but then specifically asked it to remove Waldo from the picture,
the world,
which I was hilarious. And then they sent it to their friends. I'm like, that's such a dick thing to do. That's pretty funny,
right?
actually.
I just saw the old school one where someone bought the book and then like stuck in pages in Photoshop, Waldo out of them, and then
Ah,
slipped it back into the bookstore.
oh, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah,
Just watch the kids like, he's right here. No, wait, he's not there. Oh no.
yeah. Keep them busy for hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we should get on to it. We should explain to people why our little robot friend here has got his big pile of money and his fancy top hat.
Yeah, for sure.
So today's question, and this is the question I want. You suggested this as a topic, and I was like, oh, I want the answer to that. Acting as AI expert, what are models to use AI to create cash flow? An example would be to use AI to research trending topics so I'd know what videos to make for a YouTube channel. I'm looking for three solid ideas on how to use AI to create cash flow for an individual, two things that AI should not be used for in cash flow creation, and one red hot tip what people should be using AI for in regard to supplementing or replacing their main income streams. I saw there's a quote from somebody going around that said, excuse me, I wanted AI to clean my house and do the dishes so I have more time to do art and write poetry. I didn't want AI to write the poetry and do art so I have more time to do the dishes. And this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Why the heck can't we just get a robot to do the thing that we were going to do to make money so it can be making the money and we can, have time to do the
And the
dishes?
hilarious thing is nothing stopping you. It's just people don't think their way through it and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of kids out there making oodles of money using AI for this sort of thing, and they're making bank.
All right. I got to get on it. I got to
Absolutely.
know.
So far away.
So let us dive right into it. There we go. Magic 20-minute mark. We can dive right into it.
I read in.
Here are three. Oh, it says they're solid. Here's three solid ideas on using AI to create cash flow. One, automated content creation and curation. Model to use natural language processing models like GPT-4. Application, leverage AI to create and curate content for blogs, social media, and video scripts. By using AI tools to generate high quality, engaging content, individuals can monetize through ad revenue, affiliate marketing, or sponsored posts. AI can also help identify trending topics and keywords to target, ensuring content remains relevant and attracts traffic. Now, this is like when you watch YouTube shorts, this is like you see that AI voice comes on. Three startling history facts you've never heard before. Part seven.
That's literally AI,
That's
and
literally
it's
AI.
literally AI reading a script, using B-roll, using whatever, art style. Those ones put a little more work into it. So those ones actually will grab certain parts of the conversation where there's a hooky kind of word, and then they'll also add the AI to generate an image, then represent that word. And then
Yeah.
they use those at intervals as they cut through, right? So that's a style of using AI for sure. And 100% it works. I get sucked in to these damn history things every
Yep.
single time because it's telling something fascinating about the history of humankind, right? It's like, oh, that's
I'm a
really
history
cool.
nerd.
Absolutely. But the thing is, you can do that for multiple arenas. If you did that for fishing in the fishing space, or you did that for fun cat facts, like that funny meme, like, here, welcome to fun cat facts, right?
I I just figured out the one that I'm going to start doing as soon as we get off this phone call.
Amazing.
Um, scandalous celebrity information.
Oh yeah. Have it just read the internet about scandalous celebrity information and you can just have at her. But you can literally do that and look for it. And I actually the hack of the week is I actually map out how to do this.
Oh,
So I
okay.
actually give you step by step by step, do this, then do this, then do this, and then money. So yeah.
Ah,
So I
question mark,
agree
question mark, question mark,
wholeheartedly with
profit.
AI on this. It's
Yeah.
just that you have to interdisperse it with humanity sometimes. So you
Oh,
can't use AI to do everything, but it'll do 99, like a lot percent
yeah.
of the lifting. There's a 1% humanity factor where you have to decide whether it would be interesting or not.
Hmm.
Right, because AI would just deem everything to be interesting because it's hey, it's factual. Here's the thing, here's a story about it. Cool, story done. Humans like this stuff. So, if it generates like 100 different things, you're gonna watch them anyways, right? But like, sift through it so that you get the cream of the crop. Because as a human, you still have to pick the ones that are interesting to you as a human. Because not everything is like here's 47 different facts about cheese. Great, right?
I'm in.
Maybe you like it, maybe you
You got
don't.
me.
You know, it reminds me of that one scene in Borat. What's this? Cheese. What's this? That's cheese. And he does it for the entire aisle, right? So,
It's a deleted scene. I love that one. Why do
yeah,
Americans eat only cheese?
yeah. There you go. So
Um,
I agree wholeheartedly with number one. It's not all the time I agree this deeply with the AI. So there you
yeah.
go. Good job, AI.
So what about like using it? I mean, not just making YouTube videos or whatever, but like populating a website with content, blogging and so forth.
You absolutely can. I have a buddy who has an AI who will generate, and this is insane. He'll actually generate like 4 to 5 thousand articles in a particular arena. And then what it'll do is it'll actually even structure an architectural tree, like a tree, and it'll link the articles internally from themselves to other ones using relevant links. But it'll
Wow.
do it in a natural way. And so it's a real proper random number structure. So it'll grab something in nature and like use a fractal mathematical equation to figure this out and then pull the link structure together. And then this damn thing will rank like crazy. So people who say that AI content doesn't rank, they're lazy. They're just not using it properly. If you used it properly, like AI can mimic fractal math. So when it does that, it looks natural. And when it looks natural and sounds natural and has, enough of a bit of like a seed base for it to base it off of, you can't tell the difference. So when I was talking earlier about that AI running like your customer service lines, you can tell AI voice is AI, but if I was texting an AI and there's a delay in between, you can't tell. If I'm
Right.
chatting with it and there's a delay in between, you also can't tell because on a real chat, some guy is, managing 20 chats. So there's always a delay in between the answers in between
Mhm.
stuff, right? So yeah, an AI that's read your website, read your customer manual, read your employee manual, and knows everything there's to know about your company, you can't tell the difference. So there you go. So natural language processing, absolutely. Leveraging it to curate and create content, yes, yes, and more yes.
Okay, we probably can't get too far into this, but how many articles did you say this guy wrote with AI?
4 to 5 thousand.
Okay, but he's not, so he's going to put this up on a website.
One single website, 4 to 5 thousand pieces of content. They interlink with internal linking structures and silo, like SEO silo, like proper structure. So let's go back to I think like 2 or 3 talks ago, we had this thing about latent semantic indexing, right? That's what
Hmm.
LSI content. And so if I want to rank for the word tree, I have to use relevant words to tree. So first things first, I got to define what kind of tree. Is it like a tree outside or like a family tree or like a hierarchy tree in a company? So if I'm using, just a regular tree, if I use the word roots and leaves and bark, right? Branches and twigs, then you know that I'm talking about a regular tree. But if I'm using a family tree and it's like, and this is so and so's 17th cousin, fourth and a half removed, it's a family tree. So when you're using those different words, this thing does this on steroids and then makes it look like nature, which is insane. So there you
Okay.
go.
Okay, I got all that. But like
Yeah.
he's not just punching in Chat GPT and saying, give me all these articles and then manually
No,
pumping
it's
them
it's
into his
it's not
website.
ChatGPT. It's a much more advanced engine that was made for this sort of thing.
And do average people have access to this?
Yeah, but it's not cheap. It's like I don't know. I think it's like 6 grand a month to run one of these suckers. But he I mean, at 6 grand a month, I mean that sounds expensive until you see what he's doing with it. If he's generating 4 to 5 thousand articles, a day for a
Hmm.
site, and it only costs 6 grand a month, and you can poop out 30 sites. Well, actually, 6 grand's pretty cheap because to hire humans to write that much stuff and interlink them and actually make it work, be
Yeah.
very, very, very much more. So this guy ranks for anything and everything, slaps affiliate links on it, and then wins.
Do you know what that's called?
I forget what the software is called now.
All right.
I'll look it up for you, special for you
Tell,
after the
tell me
show.
after. Yeah, there you go. Because I'm definitely not going to do it. Wink, wink. All right, let's move on here. Number two, AI powered e commerce and drop shipping, model to use predictive analytics and recommendation systems. Excuse me. Application utilize AI to analyze market trends, predict popular products, and optimize pricing strategies. AI can help inventory management by forecasting demand and automating order processing. Recommendation systems can enhance the shopping experience, leading to higher sales and customer retention. Platforms like Shopify can integrate with AI tools to streamline e commerce operations.
So agree again. Predictive analytics is really good. One of the things that AI is good at is summarizing. Another thing that's really good at is predictive analytics. So if you give it a chart and say, hey, which way do you think it's going to go? Based on technical analysis of the chart, it'll go, hey, I think it's going to go do this. So when you
So
show it what's trending on TikTok or what's trending on YouTube or whatever else, and you say, hey AI, here's a bunch of data. What do you think is going to trend next? And like, give me like four things that you think might be trending next, and you just take the bet, make all four videos, and watch one of them go to the moon. So absolutely yes. So you can have it look at previous t-shirt sales of your Shopify business and say, this saying got this much with this graphic, this saying got this much with this graphic. What's the next shirt you think we should do? And it'll tell you. And it'll give you like five ideas and you just make the shirts. Don't actually print them, just have them print on demand.
mhm.
And you will make money hand over fist. As long as you already have the audience pre-built that was disposed to buying funny t-shirts, right?
Probably, yeah, probably a dumb question, but people are probably already using this to predict the stock market, right?
Oh, absolutely. People are doing
How's it
this all
going?
day long. Fantastic. I know a couple people who are trading right now. Like I sat down for lunch with a buddy and he's up 50 grand using an AI trading machine.
Hmm. What does that cost a month?
Depends on the programmer, right? So the problem with this is that I've been trying to do this since, oh my gosh, 2002. Like I've been trying to do this.
Hmm.
And the problem is that the market, unfortunately, is still run by humans. And since it's run by humans, there's waves. And since there's waves, your system will work for a certain amount of time and then it'll break because human sentiment has changed. And unless you can make this magic unicorn of a robot, which I still haven't found yet, that
Hmm.
can shift based on human market sentiment. And there's about, I don't know, a dozen certain patterns in the market that the market typically follows. And as long as you know which pattern the market is in, if you follow that pattern and proper money management, that's key actually. Proper money management is actually more important than almost anything else. You can be wrong more than you're right and still make money while trading with good money management.
Oh,
So that's it. But yeah, so yes, you can do it. Yes, you can trade. Yes, you can do e-commerce and dropship with this. Yes, you can do predictive analytics. And yes, it'll have a pretty damn good idea as to what one's going to go.
so this sounds like it's more for if you have a drop shipping company already.
Yeah, you already have to have a dropshipping company because it's only as good as the data it receives, right?
Mhm.
So data in, data out, garbage in, garbage out. So
But
if you don't
couldn't
have
you
yeah,
create a affiliate linking thing and have AI tell you what links to put on there, what things are going to be the most popular,
it
and actually,
has to remember. So predictive analytics requires a prediction, and a prediction requires previous data. So if your data is absolute zero, guess how good the guess is going to be,
but if
right?
you tell it if you have it say, hey, analyze Amazon and tell me
Yes.
what the next big thing is that I should create affiliate links for, couldn't it do that? Couldn't it pull that data from for you?
If you had the Amazon data, last I heard, they keep that under lock and key.
Hmm. Well, just have it analyze. Can it analyze consumer trends, or is that too broad?
That's too broad. You have to get really specific, and then you have to give it data based on consumer trend analysis and credit card practice, right? So, as an example, you couldn't pull that off here in Canada, but in the US, we can get you customer credit card data. So, as long as you have the credit card data, you could actually analyze and see, hey, people are buying these stupid fidget spinner things. This is going to go nuts, right? And you can watch it happen in time, and you can watch it. You can watch the precipitous fall off, where it's just here's a cliff where it just dies, and
Hmm.
nobody wants a fidget spinner no more because everybody has 12, right? So yeah, so you can do that, but again, it requires a data set, right? So to a lot of this AI stuff, they go AI is magical. No, it's not. It requires a data set. So if you just if you don't have the data, this is why ChatGPT got so popular. It's the amount of data it got fed, and then the fact that they let it public, right? A lot of people have these private GPTs that they built by themselves. Like I have a buddy who's been feeding his private GPT the best performing headlines based on real data for the last year. So there's a cost to doing this, but oh my God, like his headlines are amazing. Like I pay him to generate headlines for me because the damn robot's better than me at writing headlines.
Yeah.
because he's been feeding this thing for a year, right? So a machine learning for a year is the equivalent to like a human learning for like five, right?
Hmm. Okay, I got to find out from you after the show how I can build my own chatbot.
All of these things are doable. The first one is probably the easiest so far. This
Yeah.
is a little harder. It is more profitable, and I know people who do this, and they're probably in the eight-figure range. But you need mucho dinero to pull this off because you need a little more data is expensive. Like you have to buy a lot of data.
Hmm. All right. Can
Moving
you just buy a chat program and then start working with it, or do you have to
Well,
build it from scratch? Or
you can buy a chat program and then train it and then, feed it information, but you need that information. So the information has to come from somewhere. So if you already have a t-shirt store and you've sold $1 million worth of t-shirts, your next $1 million worth of t-shirts will be really, really easy, right? Look at Amazon. When you buy something from Amazon and goes, hey, people who bought that might also buy this. Well, where do you think it got the data from? Itself,
yeah,
right?
from people buying
So
this and then buying that.
right. But because it's been doing it for such a long time, that data set is worth mucho dinero.
Yeah. Here's that clip where Arnold Schwarzenegger says that they always say the second million is harder to make than the first million. So I suggest you start with the second million.
Ah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny because he says that and then everyone kind of stares at him like with their mouths open. He goes, "This is a joke," and they all start laughing because they thought it was serious advice and they're all trying to make sense of it and digest it. And he has to explain to them, "No, I'm just kidding, guys."
Yeah. So I actually met a billionaire, and they said that the first million is the hardest, so just buy it. So if creating a business, right, that makes $1 million, it's much easier to raise money to buy a business that's already made $1 million than, hey guys, I got an idea on a napkin. I think this is going to be great. Right. So when you pitch people, look, it's already functional, it's already making $1 million. We're going to buy it and make it better. People will go, well, that makes sense. It's pretty hard to screw up something that's already working. It's not, but it's less than the napkin with the pen, right? As
Yeah,
opposed to the crazy idea. It's like, oh yeah, here's a crazy kooky idea. It might work, might not, but the proven is that the million already worked. And so if you raise the money to buy the $1 million business, to push that to 2 million is much easier because it's the law of physics, right? Anything that's staying still is really hard to move because you got to exert a bunch of pressure and energy to make it get going. But if it's already rolling, give it a little love tap and watch it roll harder.
all right. I think we're getting far afield here. This one looks interesting. Number three, personalized online education and coaching. Model to use adaptive learning systems and chatbots. Create personalized learning experiences using AI driven adaptive learning platforms. These platforms can tailor content to individual learning styles and paces, improving engagement and outcomes. AI chatbots can provide 24/7 support and tutoring, increasing the value of educational services, monetized through subscription models, course sales, and one on one coaching sessions. What the hell?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the AI has infinite patience, right?
Yeah.
So you're learning at a certain pace. So let's say that you give the AI all of the materials to go from kindergarten to grade 12 in math. And so it knows what you need to progress from level one, level kindergarten. This is an apple to, 1 plus 1 is 2 to, find me the quadratic equation for this, right?
Mhm.
And so it knows what you need to be able to do between point A and point B. So it'll know where you're good at and know what you're bad at. And it'll be more patient with you while you ask it questions and say, hey, I don't understand how to do sine, cosine, and tangent because none of the graph stuff makes any sense in my head. Please help me.
Mhm.
And it'll give you examples. And so you can use this thing to speed up the places where you're already good, and it'll slow down and really explain to you all the places where you're terrible because it has that data set. So we went on and on about data. Well, if it had all the learnings between kindergarten and grade 12 and it knew what you had to do to pass grade 7, right? And you were having trouble, I mean, it would accelerate you past all the stuff you already got. So let's say you're really good at fractions and you're really good at, Roman numerals and you blow past all that stuff and then you hit graphing and then you just suck like hard. Like, oh no, trigonometry. And so, it would blow past all the hard, the stuff that you totally get, and then it would take the time to teach you the hard stuff. So you'd actually have a better foundational base with this adaptive learning system, right? It learns how you learn and then helps you overcome what you suck at.
So okay, but hang on. So are we talking about me sitting down on a Zoom call with Smiley back here and he's teaching me something? Or are we talking about like you're studying and then if you get stuck when you're studying something, asking the AI for help?
All of the above.
Hmm.
Hey AI, here is everything that you need to learn how to get from kindergarten to grade one in math. Cool. Okay, here's a human. I'd like you to help them get from level 0 to level 1 and go.
Hmm.
And it would understand where you were good. It would understand where you were bad. Now we'd also have to feed it teaching data. Like here is stuff that teachers know. Like, if they need encouragement, do this. If they need different types of examples, do that. So you'd have the data set of, sorry, as I whack my microphone, you'd have the
Hmm.
data set of the math stuff, and then you'd have the data set of the teacher stuff. And then you'd have the, encouragement data set where it's like, okay, say nice things when they feel bad, right?
If they
And
start crying,
encourage them when they're
pat them on the
doing well.
back and say,
Right,
"Eh."
right. Hey, don't, they're there. Don't worry. This part's tough. Don't worry. I get it. We'll make it through together. So if you
Mhm.
teach it these things and give it these modules, it's useful. That's where this whole adaptive learning and chatbots come in.
Okay, am I stupid? Am I an idiot? Uh, this feels a little advanced. Like it feels like we're not quite there yet.
Oh no, it's absolutely there. So if I fed a GPT system your website right now,
Yeah.
and I said, hey, learn everything there is to know about Dan, his company. Here's his website. Here's his Google map listing. Here's everything on the internet about Dan and go. And then ask it questions about Dan. It knows you. So you want to know something creepy? Go to Meta. So any Facebook thing and it replace the search engine with an Ask Meta AI, right? Ask it, who is Daniel Newman? And it'll tell you who you are. Well, not right now in the show, but like later. But like go do it.
Why
Like
not? That's quality content.
ask AI who you are on Facebook, and it'll scour the internet. It'll scour your Facebook profile, and it'll tell you who it thinks you are.
Where is this though? I don't like people have been complaining about this thing showing up. I don't see it.
It's literally just open Facebook, and it's where the search bar used to be. It'll say Ask
Yeah.
AI.
I don't know. It says just a search Facebook on there.
Oh, maybe it's on your phone. I don't know if
I don't
it's
have
on
the
desktop or not. I I
I don't have
I, I
I don't
haven't
I don't
used
have the
Facebook
Facebook app.
desktop in a long time.
I don't have the
So,
Facebook app.
oh, well, then I can't help you. No, no, yeah, I just opened up the Facebook desktop. It's not there. It's only on the phone.
Huh.
So you'd have to do it on your phone.
But yeah, I'm just using the mobile website. I don't have the app.
No, you got to use the app. So that's one of
All
those
right. Well,
things.
this is great content we're creating right now. Oh, here we go. I can ask AI. I can ask on Instagram.
There you
Who
go.
is Daniel Sedan Newman?
And
It
hopefully
does
you're
work.
logged into your own account and it knows who you are and none of that. So,
Yeah. Oh, I'll see. All right. We'll carry on to the next one. Give me something to talk about while I do this in the background.
all right.
Um, so next we have sort of things. Here are things not to be used for. AI should not be used for high frequency trading without proper expertise. AI can analyze vast amounts of financial data and execute trades at high speeds. However, without deep financial expertise and understanding of market risks, so relying solely on AI for high frequency trading can lead to significant financial losses.
Well, the secret is in the name where it says high frequency trading without proper
Mhm.
expertise. So, don't let the robot trade your account live for you just yet, right? Have it do the analysis and you pull the trigger on the trade if you also agree that it's a good idea. So, ask the robot to trade for you, have it do everything up until the point of actual trade, and then have it give you the option for the human to pull the trigger. If you do that, you're better off. But if you just let the robot just go buck wild and you don't know anything, so here's the thing: is it's the blind leading the blind, right? So if you don't know how to trade and the robot doesn't know how to trade, and you're sitting there, running around in circles, of course you're both going to die, right? So that's an important, justification to make. So yeah, don't do high frequency trading without expertise and a bunch of deep data. This is where people go, oh yeah, if I give it the last 2 months of data from trading on, let's say the pound versus the euro, yeah, we can do this, right? It'll work, right? No, it doesn't. That's not enough data for it to make intelligent decisions. It'll make, subpar decisions, and I mean, you can trade against it, but I would highly advise against it.
Hmm. Wouldn't you get mad though if you like AI tells you to make a trade and you decide not to, and then it goes off, and then after that happens a few times, you'll start to trust your AI.
Well, it will, but again, it goes back to the AI will be right a certain percentage of the time. Realize that there's only three positions in trade. Either you buy or you sell or you do nothing, right? So, it's like flipping a coin a couple of times, right? The AI is going to be right, like, half the time, essentially, right? So, you can't really kick yourself if you disagree with the AI and it's right anyways, you know, for whatever reason, your human intuition told you, hey, something's off, right? Because don't forget, there's a lot of different parts of trading, right? Trading, there's technical trading where you just read charts, but then there's fundamental trading where you look at the news and look at the people. What the hell are the people doing? Because the people are the uncontrollable piece, right? Who knows what the hell that the crazy people on Reddit are going to do with the GameStop, of the world.
Yeah, they're doing something right now. So
Yep.
apparently, I haven't made enough of an impression on AI. It doesn't know who I am, but it knows who you are.
Okay.
Didn't recognize me or my website, so that's bad for me as a marketer.
Mm.
Uh,
You
who is
need
Earl
more SEO.
Formata? Also, I guess my name is more common. Earl Formata is a digital marketing and sales consultant based in Vancouver. He is known for ranking businesses and people on Google and has sold. Then it stops.
Yeah, there you go. But see, you get the idea. So, it's based on knowledge, based on understanding, but you have to have some. Again, let's go back to that argument. Does it have enough data? So clearly,
Mhm.
you don't have enough Daniel anything Newman on the internet enough. So you need more internet stuff and it'll know who you are. Because I don't know
I de-
what databases this thing reads.
yeah, I definitely think the internet should know more about me in general all the time.
Well, there you go.
More
So
me.
look
You
what
know what?
happened.
I'm gonna know it's working when I go, "Who is Dan Newman?" It'll say Dan Newman is an idiot.
There you
That's how we
go.
know we've really made our mark. All
Absolutely.
right, better hustle up here. Creating deep fake content for monetization. It's saying not to do this. I guess it's making a moral judgment, not necessarily a calculated financial decision here, because probably deep fake content for monetization could be extremely lucrative. When I say content, using AI to create deepfake videos or audio content for entertainment or misinformation can be ethically questionable and legally risky. While it might generate short term attention and revenue, see, it does admit it's a good money making model. It poses severe ethical issues and potential legal repercussions. Oh my God, this is a can of worms, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Well, if I just made a deep fake of some real famous people saying, "Hey, you should buy all this stuff from Earl," and it's not really them, yeah, there's a lawsuit coming, right?
That's a huge
So
problem.
yeah, that's but at least it makes the judgment call going, hey, this will work until you get caught, and then it won't, right?
Yeah. Well, this is exactly what my stepmom encountered with Jamie Patterson offering to give away all his money.
Yeah, exactly. Is that really Jimmy Patterson? No,
No.
no. His lips are moving funny. I know he's old, but he doesn't
I
talk
assume
like.
it's being done overseas somewhere, but I'm sure if Jimmy Patterson caught up with you, you'd have your kneecaps broken for that.
Oh yeah, there you go. If he can catch you, good luck with the China servers. But yeah,
Hmm. And of course, this gets into the family member scamming as well. And I guess, geez, I didn't even think about this. Oh, there's a word for it. The love scam.
yeah,
The
yeah.
you can
Romance
get
scam type things.
romance scam. It used to be you'd get 5-10 pictures of some good looking woman, and then you just have to chat.
Yeah,
And you see these people appearing on Dr. Phil, and they're like, "Well, have you ever had a video chat?" Oh no, his phone's broken. He can't afford a new phone. And that's why he never video chats because now you don't have to make the excuses. You can actually do the video chat.
yeah, yeah. You can. So deep fake. Yes, you can do all those scary things. Absolutely.
Oh, it's
So
so bad.
yeah,
So
but
I just
here's
realized
the
that.
scary
Like,
thing. Let's
hmm,
say I knew your parents' phone number, and let's say
yeah,
that I had enough of your voice, and I tricked you into giving AI permission to use your voice, and then I called it, and I called your parents with your voice and said, "Help me, I'm being kidnapped. The ransom is this,
yeah,
please." Right? You can literally do that today with the technology that exists today. So back in the day, there used to be voice lock, right? Like voice lock was just as strong as an eyeball scan or a retina, a fingerprint scan or any of those things.
Mhm.
Voice lock is dead. Like you can't
Yeah.
use your voice to lock anything anymore. It's scary.
Yeah. You say trick me into giving permission, but if you're unscrupulous, surely you can build a chat engine that doesn't require permission.
Of course, you could. Yeah, if you were unscrupulous. But if you like you're just some dumb script kiddie who's just hacking stuff together, like Frankenstein things together from like just stuff that exists for free right now. If I just got you to say this phrase but broken into a bunch of words and then chop the audio so it says the phrase, and now it says like, oh, I give so and so permission to blah 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 blah, then
Yeah.
yeah, man, you're screwed, right? So yeah, exactly. So if I put that together and I just jammed enough of them in there, one of them is going to work, one of them is going to take, right?
Hmm.
So
All right. So you
don't
got
use
that,
don't use
everybody?
your voice to lock shit no more. It doesn't work.
Yeah. So everybody listening, even though AI says it can be very lucrative and highly driving of revenue, don't do it. It's because it's unethical. You
It's
got that,
bad.
everybody? It's bad. If I find out you've been doing it, I won't be your friend anymore. You'll have to create an AI version of me to be your friend.
Yeah.
Not you, I mean the audience. You would never,
No.
he said, squinting. All right. So what is a red hot tip to develop AI driven niche? Oh, red hot tip for using AI to supplement or replace main income streams. It says develop AI driven niche services. I'm
Yes.
intrigued. Identify a niche market with specific needs and develop AI driven solutions tailored to that audience. For example, use AI to create personalized fitness coaching programs that adjust workouts and nutrition plans based on real time data and progress tracking. By providing a highly customized and scalable service, you're going to attract and retain customers willing to pay a premium for personalized solutions. This approach leverages AI's strengths in data analysis, personalization, offering significant value to users and creating a sustainable income stream.
You could literally do that today. So let's say that I got an MRI that showed me my body fat percentages in which parts of the body, and I did a like liquid displacement where it actually shows, what parts are big, what parts are small, what my muscle density is in every piece of the equation,
Mhm.
and I clocked my weight. Um, this thing it would literally give me workouts that would show me where to exercise the muscles that were weak, double down on what was strong so I could get that physique I wanted. Let's say I wanted a V-shaped kind of body. This would exactly tell me how to do that. If I took blood analysis and I gave it the blood markers and said, "Hey, this is what Earl's health was like," run these things and tell him what vitamins to take to get his body not to a healthy but an optimal. So, healthy is, oh yeah, we're running, the car's going, it'll get you from point A to point B, or like let's make him superhuman.
Mhm.
It'll tell you what to
So,
eat.
are you saying AI wants our blood?
If you gave it your blood, it could tell you what to eat for a sub for like the to get the optimal data and for the optimal diet.
Yeah. This sounds complicated. This doesn't sound like a thing you could hack together
I could build this
to
in a week.
in a week to get all that data, like actual proper nutritional data, actual proper exercise data. Like,
Well, because
where are
all
you
this
pulling
stuff
the data from?
already exists, right? So like there's
Yeah.
there's there's tracking apps now that if I scan a barcode, it'll tell me how much fat is in the crackers, right? Because it
Mm.
knows. So I mean, so a lot of this stuff, yeah, if I didn't have, again, let's go back to data sources. If I didn't know that these data sources existed, it would be an arm and a leg to make the data from scratch, right? How much protein is in this much chicken? I don't know, right?
Hmm.
But if you feed it to these dietary apps, it already knows a lot of this stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
and there's a computer that lives on my wrist that knows how many breaths I take and how many heartbeats I have and how many steps I take. So it can look at that optimally and go, Earl, you only do 6,000, 7,000 steps a day on average. If you push that to 7,500, 8,000, you get this many benefits. If you push it to 10,000, you get this many benefits. If you push it to 12,000, da, 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 da. So you can tell it how optimal you want it to be. And then you tell it, oh, well, sorry, AI, at 11,000 steps, my feet really hurt. I can't go past that. It'll then augment it and change it and say, hey, you could do this instead. Right. So it is smart enough to do this now because human beings are a system. right? Your muscles are connected like this. There's only so much tissue, there's only so many muscles, there's only so many exercises you can do to strengthen this thing. So there you go. Yes,
Hmm.
it can do this.
But okay, um, let's take another niche, like let's say model trains or something.
Okay.
So they have specific needs, I'm sure.
So you use this in a Shopify fashion. So let's say that you have a website and you sell model trains. And and again, it's just the Amazon model. Anybody who
Yeah.
buys this type of model train will require this model engine to be able to move the weight of the train across the track at a sustainable pace. Otherwise, you might have too many carts. The train might be strong enough, the engine, and it's just going to kind of chug along and go really slow because it's struggling, right? It can do the math for you. So when you buy this many carts and this many engines, it'll match it to the strength of the engine and say, well, you might want a second engine or you might want a bigger engine. Otherwise, it's not going to go very fast, right?
Or you could know that that particular train, the wheels start to wear out after that average use of 2 years or whatever. So start selling the guy wheels,
Right.
advertising wheels to the guy or whatever.
And it goes back to business fundamental basics, upsell, downsell, cross-sell, bundle all over again.
Hmm.
It goes back to understanding business. 37% of people will buy more if asked to on the initial purchase. So if I try to buy the train, it might try to sell me a fake mountain and some trees. People
Right.
who buy this like this sort of thing, right? Or you might not have enough track, and it keeps history of your track and go, hey, you just bought a mountain. There's no way in hell you're making enough track that goes around that damn thing. You need more track. You want to buy more track? That's it. And it's just e-commerce done well. So yeah, it can do that. So these are all possible today, and I know because I've deployed a lot of this stuff
Hmm.
already, right? Like this stuff isn't new. Like this is stuff that I've done like 2, 3 years ago. So it's possible today because I did it 2, 3 years ago. It's probably better now. I'm probably dumb now in this sector, and it's like, hey, Earl, you forgot all these things. I'm like, oh, holy crap. So
Oops.
I don't claim to be a master at this stuff. I'm just like, people screw up the basics all day long, every day, and twice on Sunday, right?
Hmm.
So as long as you just have AI cover the bases, upsell, downsell, cross sell, experiential videos. I clicked on this button. Hey, show this guy a video because he did the following behavioral patterns. Man, sales will go up.
Hmm. I just had this vision of where this is going, and I call it unified AI. The vision I just had,
Okay.
where okay, I want to create a diet based service or whatever. Like eventually you'll be able to, like right now it's like, oh, I have to get a website. I have to go to the website store and get a domain and everything.
Yeah.
And then I could have one AI thing that would build a website, another AI thing that would analyze the data, another like just a single AI where you go, hey AI, build me a website that advises on health benefits, and it
Mhm.
would do the whole thing. Get the website, build the website, analyze the data. You know what I mean? Like,
As it goes along, but realize that there's still expertise that goes into building the site. Because like you build websites,
I know.
you run into dumber people who build a site, but their copy is horrendously bad, or their
Yeah.
offer is absolutely terrible, or everything might be great, but the pictures are a horrific nightmare. And so
Mhm.
it's the combination of all of these things that AI doesn't have the data set where all the data points touch yet. And so until that day happens, humans are still better at building these things. So,
Good to know. My job is
all
safe
right.
so far.
Is it about that time?
It's about that time. We're a little past that time. It's been too interesting this week.
All right. So, okay, it's time for the
Hack. Oh, hack of the week.
hack of the week.
I, I
Okay.
screenshot of this one.
I'm you did. I'm gonna give you 9 steps on how to make money from the internet. And this is easier than breathing. Uh, I'm actually gonna do this just for fun, and I'm gonna get one of those little YouTube, award thingies just to flex that I did it, right?
Hmm.
So you're gonna use Google Trends in your country and grab whatever the trending items are. And you're gonna pick the top 3 to 5 trending things. You can do more if you want to do more, right? Just at least 3 to 5 of these things. And what we were talking about earlier is that it's really good at summarizing. So what you're going to do is not just grab one article, but you're going to grab 3 to 5 articles for each of these items. Now, you want to get them into a particular niche. You can't have everything all over the place. You can't have, here's the basketball score, some guy's dog got hit by a car, and the president said this. Don't
Hmm.
be so you have to have some sort of thematic to it. Like do all things about graphic cards and video game systems and computers. Cool. We'll grab those things and do stuff around that because your channel has to have some sort of consistency around what you talk about. Don't just grab, nothing. Then you copy the article data into a single file and then ask AI to summarize it. It summarizes it. The beautiful thing is it knows what a script is. And you can do all this stuff right now with just Google Trends, which is free, and ChatGPT, which is what, a whopping $20 a month. So you talk to the AI, you to say, hey, turn this summary into a script. And it turns it into a script. Then you use a couple tools and you use AI gets your voice. 11 Labs is a good one, and it learns your voice. And then
What is
the
it?
AI voice version reads the script and then
Sorry,
creates.
what was the one you recommended for the voice thing?
I like using 11 Labs.
11 Labs.
11
Okay.
Labs. Just Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the most popular one. And then you have the AI voice read your script in your voice, and then you create a video with relevant B-roll. There's software that does this just now. So after the call, you know what? I'll show it to you because I know we're getting close to the time here.
Hmm.
And then you post to YouTube multiple times a day on a new channel with these videos. You add stuff at the beginning and the end of the video. So you've got your little, this is CNN, similar, but whatever your network news is about, have at her.
Hmm.
And you have to do the call to actions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Add that in the beginning, add it in the middle, add it in the end somewhere. And before we get to the next part, don't forget to like and subscribe, right? And then post, profit from the traffic. So you're going to profit from the channel monetization. So once you have enough subs and enough views and enough view times on your videos, it's going to happen by accident. How many times have you heard something happen in the news and it happened yesterday, then you Google it the day after? All the time. Happens to me weekly, right? Through affiliate marketing. So let's say that you find this new, magic umbrella thing, and you just find the best umbrellas using, again, predictive AI and says, okay, well, we talk about umbrellas. People are going to want to buy these things. Let's sell a bunch of umbrellas. Cool. Here's a bunch of cool umbrella. Here's the top 10 umbrellas in the market to date. Sell them. Hyperlink. No need to carry any of this stuff in inventory. And then last is through sponsorships. If you have all the traffic, all the people, all the subscribers, and you ask someone in the umbrella sector or raincoat sector, hey, want to sponsor one of our videos because, we sell umbrellas to people, they're probably going to want a raincoat. You want to sell them a hat? Go buck wild. This will make money. It will not make a lot of money in the beginning, but it's a snowball effect. It starts to cascade over and over and over and over and over again. The weakness of this model is that it's using fresh data every single time. And so unless you keep it up, it will not increase in money value over time. But because you're doing this on YouTube and on Google, it's going to give you search traffic, right? So the search traffic will remain forever as long as it's still relevant content, until they change how they spell umbrella or what you use an umbrella for. An umbrella is an umbrella, right? So this
Okay,
will
I
work.
got a question.
Yeah, this
A
will
question.
make
So
you money.
you're saying pick a niche. So let's say your niche is sports scores, top 3 to 5 sports trends.
Sure.
Do you have to do 3 to 5 a day?
Yeah, absolutely.
So every day you pick 3 to 5 articles, you summarize them with AI. AI writes a script, reads it in an AI voice, posts it. So every one video a day.
3 to 5. Why not?
So each article is its own video. You don't do here are 3 crazy things that happened this week.
Well, the basketball game happened, then the hockey game happened, and then the preseason for the NFL happened.
Right.
Cool.
3 videos.
3 videos a day.
Each video tackling one topic.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about should it go on YouTube regular or YouTube Shorts?
Yes. So the answer
Okay.
is yes. You do both. You do the long form video on YouTube regular, and then you cut it for YouTube Shorts. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Because you'll find that you get more traffic and more oomph through YouTube Shorts to this date as of the recording of this podcast, but you're going to get more monetization out of YouTube regular, as opposed to
People paying
unleaded.
more attention.
Yeah. So
Cool.
there you go, and that's
Geez,
it.
well, that was an interesting topic. We went past time. You didn't turn your hourglass over. We didn't
Oh
get to
shoot,
the
I forgot.
hourglass run out.
It's just sitting here. So
All right. Tell me it
so
just ran out, so I feel like I have a sense of accomplishment.
there you go. What was that?
Tell me it just ran out, so I feel like I have a sense of accomplishment.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. See, it's done
Oh,
now.
look at that. We ran the clock out.
Yeah, we're
Nice.
good. We're
Ran,
good.
the,
We
ran through
went
a whole
all the
hourglass.
way to the end. Good job.
All right. You better play us out. Earl, thank you so much for the inside info. AI, thanks for giving us all the secrets of AI. Thank you, one and all, for joining us. And we will see you next week.
Actually, I think this is the first time I've agreed with every single one of the things it said wholeheartedly. So good
Nice.
job today, AI. There you go.
If,
Thank you,
if
Dan.
there's one thing AI knows, it's AI.
There you go. So meta. Anyway, playing us out.
So, yeah.
Thanks for listening to Earl and the Idiot. We hope you learned something you can take action on this week. For more information or to contact the show, visit earlandtheidiot.com. And until next time, remember what Shakespeare said. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool.